issue. The Dollar General store and the Ldpcsd storage. Ldpcsd storage is still in plan review, they're still developing plans, but the Dollar General store has submitted plans and specifications that have been approved by myself and Elizabeth Binkley. They are being required to put in a new 8-inch water main from the 12-inch water main on Ldpcsd down to the store. There's a short section of 8-inch water main that was installed a couple decades ago. So they're going to connect to that. And that meets the requirements. The mapping project, we've done quite a bit with that. We've updated our existing system drawings. In other words, we've got these drawings, these paper drawings that we've had in our hands for forever. And we have, every time we put in a new meter, we put a little circle on it. Every time there's a service line replacement, they're marking that on the map. And so we're taking that information and we went back through the records to update all of the, everything back to 2010, because that was the last time the maps were updated. And we have given that to the consultant that's now going to get those on the digital map, so we'll be able to pull up that map, look at a property, look whether it's metered or not, look which ones are paying the standby assessment, the availability charge, whether they're an active customer, where the service line is located. All of those things will be on those digital drawings, and then also can print off paper copies. So been a lot of work to get that moving. The one thing that is going to take some more research is on the availability charge, because we submit that on the tax roll every year, and that's collected for vacant parcels within the district boundaries. That, in looking at the digital map, we had them make 2 layers, one showing all the active metered customers in one color, and then the next layer is all of the parcels paying the availability. And it's interesting to look at them side by side. For the most part, it works, but there are a lot of parcels that are within the district boundaries that are not paying availability. We need to determine whether they should have or what. So we've got to do that. It's really easy to see the properties that are not colored at all. So we need to go through the records and figure out why that's occurring. The operations manager position, we are working with a HR consulting firm and revising the job description and the interview protocol, because for what we're looking for in that position, we may need to re-interview some of the people that we interviewed the first time, but with a different twist on the scenarios and to get them to think about things a certain way, rather than just the traditional interview, and also possibly put it back out on the street a little bit. So just want to let you know we're working on that. The AT&T lease, site lease that we executed, AT&T is in construction now. We finally received a payment from them. They've actually been in construction for a couple months, so we are billing them for the last couple months. We received a December payment. We're going to pursue the other ones. Remember, that's an $1,800 a month payment, plus the money that they've deposited before to cover the engineering and legal in my time. We do have a neighbor complaint that I wanted to bring to the attention of the board. There's no action, it's not an agenda item. I just want to let you know, because I told the customer that I would convey this message in my report to the board, that there was a neighbor that, because the Tuolumne County line weaves in and out up over the top of that hill, there is a neighbor to the project that's in Tuolumne County that wasn't notified by Mariposa County in the process of issuing that permit. So you may hear from this person. They're just concerned because they have the tower in their front yard between them and the lake, and they are upset because they weren't notified by the county when the county issued the permit.
You called me, right?
I just want to let you know, our responsibility was we entered into the lease agreement as an optional, lease option. In other words, as long as they get through the entitlement and still want to proceed, the entitlement is the permitting process, whatever that process is, then they have the option to execute the lease.
They went through Tuolumne County because that person is in Tuolumne County.
They went through Mariposa County because the property is in Mariposa County.
Okay.
The
But
property
it's
is
only
theirs.
10 feet from the Tuolumne County border,
Yeah.
which,
That property, our property lies Tuolumne County on one side and Mariposa on the other. So, you may hear more about that, just because of the nature of this, just refer them my way or have them contact Mariposa County, the planning department, building department. There were a couple of illegal connections, we're still pursuing those. That was discovered by the consultant that did the leak survey. Those will be notified. Normally our first step is, because in many cases, the property owner doesn't even know what's going on these vacant parcels. Somebody else is growing or, using the water, or it's running to a different location.
how many were there?
There were 2 that were connected illegally to an unmetered tap. Okay.
Were they
And then,
big pipe, little pipe?
just 3/4 1 inch pipe. Just typically that one had a garden hose on it. They just had an adapter and they had a new garden hose. And the garden hose was going who knows where. But the other one was connected and went to a fenced-in area that had an active crop growing.
Crop.
Corn.
Sugar cookies.
And then there was a third one that was not an illegal connection, but was a meter that was potentially damaged. We can't tell whether it was or was not, but the meter box was destroyed and the meter was not registering, but they had a faucet connected without a valve. It just came out with a 3/4 inch PVC pipe, and they had a faucet out in the property, and that faucet was running at about 10 gallons a minute, and the meter was not registering.
Wow.
Okay, so these were all things that were discovered through that process, and so we should start to see some changes in the numbers. Those were about the 20th of last month, between the 13th and the 20th, that those were discovered and turned off. And so